a lot of businesses fail because of cash flow. When there's no cash, the business. So it's important to manage cash flow, right? That's why the plan is very important.
Well, what you're saying to us is that we need to be ready to be flexible, right? Because even our business plan can help us to see that maybe we need to jump ship.
What are we good at? Because it is easy for somebody to say, okay, you'll be good in this field, you'll be good in that field, but what is it that's been put inside you?
It's important because we all can think, we all can dream. Well, that dream can only be just a dream if we don't check it out to see if it will be successful or not. So this is why, again, the plan is essential, because it helps you to understand what it is that you need to succeed.
How we doing, Robust family? And we have a show coming up now, and I know you're gonna love it. But before we continue, can I ask you all to just do me a small favor? I need you to give a robust smash to that like and subscribe button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a Breakfast Show beat. Do it right now, click that button, and I'll see you in the show. See you in a sec. It's gonna be a good day today, guys. I'm ready, wired, fired, and inspired. I'm telling you guys, we love Pursuit of Success Tuesdays, and it's really nice. Yes, Mr. Effie has joined us this morning, who's our special guest here as we're going through the theme of balancing faith and success, so we don't derail ourselves pursuing success or our definition of success. But now we're homing into the practicalities of getting funding for our business idea. Now, I think this is very important because it's so easy for businesses to fail, right, Mr. Effie?
Definitely. Most businesses fail, in the first year, 3 years, 5 years. So majority fail. So it's important to get your plan right before you start the journey, really.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think here's a good thing, right? Just as success leaves clues, failure leaves clues as well, right?
Yes. No, failure is not necessarily a bad thing because I think, as I mentioned, there is a big consultancy firm. Before you go to them, they want you to fail.
Yeah.
They want you to that you have, you failed. Someone said, that they will not go to someone who has never failed if they want to learn.
That's good.
Fine, you've been successful, but they will want to learn from people who have failed many times and been able to make the best out of failure.
That's amazing.
But if you think about it, failure, what we term as failure, is what you need to do to get closer to perfection.
True that.
So it depends on what you see as. It depends on if you see it as failure.
How you look at it.
Exactly.
You know what's interesting? Like while you were saying that, it just reminded me of something. I had a conversation with the teens in UTF, and sometimes they said, "Oh, you know what? I don't think this. It's so hard being with Jesus, because I go through the week and things go rocky. I'm not able to be consistent." And we said, like, you know what? You're actually closer to being born of God. Because unless we see the evil side, or we confront the evil side, or we confront the failure, we don't know what to ask God for.
Exactly.
We don't know what to ask God to overroot and to overcome. If everything's good all the time, the evil day will come. That situation, that temptation will come, and that's how we get closer.
Exactly. It's like the light. The closer you go to the light, the brighter it is. The more you see.
Yeah.
So as you're going closer to God, you still see your frailties, you start seeing your weaknesses even more.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, what's happening to me?
Absolutely. And it's good, in their example, they were so happy to know that this is normal. Because that means you're moving closer to the light.
Exactly.
This is normal process, and this is it. And so just taking it back to businesses now, we had like we have a nice chart here just to remind everybody, that one that you had in the middle cap. So this one was from our beautiful friends, this is from CB Insights data, what they revealed, that the top reasons why small businesses and startups fail, there was quite a few from 2018, but this one's more closer 2023 to 2024. And the biggest reason, like you said, actually while I was off air, was that they ran out of cash, failed to raise new capital. Right, that's what we're talking about today, right? Raising capital. So that was the biggest one. 38% of businesses that they looked at failed, small businesses, because they ran out of cash. So this comes directly to planning, right? Everyone has a big dream, but
yeah, cash flow is a big thing for business. In fact, a lot of businesses fail because of cash flow. You know, when there's no cash, the business. So it's important to manage cash flow, right? That's why the plan is very important.
This is it.
To prepare this. And when you do a good plan, which you're involved in, it's quite beneficial. You know, it's like the Lord Jesus said, if you want to build a tower, first you must
plan.
You must plan.
If you have enough to finish.
That's a market analysis.
Wow.
You have to analyze what you are doing. You have to plan what you are doing. Then, if not, you will not be able to finish.
Wow. And it shows here. Jesus was giving that example to us, right? But it shows here 38% of small businesses failed just because of that. So related to cash flow. Then afterwards we had 35%, which is no market need. All right, you spoke about it last week. We have an idea, but in the environment that we're in, or at that current time, there's no need. I think encyclopedias come back to memory now. The days when everyone bought those paper encyclopedias,
and now
they're out of work.
So this is why we must do our research, because if you notice, a lot of companies spend a lot of money on feedback. Why do you think that? They do everything. They want you to give the feedback because they want to be in tune. They want to be in tune with the market all the time. They want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what they can do to improve. And the best companies, especially those in hospitality, that they do what the customers is asking, and you see that they excel. So they're always looking to improve. But those that think they know everything,
that's a problem. I think human beings generally we hate critique, right?
Yes.
We hate critique to say we're not doing enough, or you're fumbling in this. We hate it. But the ones who excel actually are humble to look for critique. That's what you're saying to us.
That's exactly.
Wow. So guys, remember, if you don't like critique, don't even think about business, because it'll be short-lived experience. All right, we got another one here. So another reason, so 20% was got out-competed. Once again, knowing the market, right? 90% was flawed business model, followed by 80% regulatory legal challenges that they didn't look at in planning. I think that can catch a lot of people out, right, Mr. Effie, especially going into a new environment concerning a new idea.
When you go to a new environment, you have to understand the legal structures of each environment. You have to know what it will take for your business to succeed. So that is also part of your business plan. You have to research as to what is required, the legal requirements. Imagine you going into an industry where you are not licensed to provide a service. You know, and if you are not licensed and you're providing this service, and even if you have insurance, your insurance will be void.
Wow.
So you can, once you face a challenge and maybe someone sues you, then that's probably the end of the
That's business. Learning the hard way, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's a good one. So look, these are all the things that Mr. Effie is bringing us today to look at, to ponder as we look into getting funding for our idea. We're going to go into this now, and we're going to start off with a nice video. All right, we've got a video, basically how human beings can be when it comes to thinking of, you're gonna look up what's he gonna bring now. So we got a video, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Mr. Effie, and just basically, you know, they're probably people listening now, and they're thinking about their life, they're thinking about the benefits of being involved in business, and maybe listeners, you might be like this right now. Check this out.
I wish I had at least 60,000 naira. I would have given it to him in order to help me buy provisions and cosmetics in Onisha. With it, I can start a small shop here. Who knows? From there, I can even become a millionaire.
That's how all good things start, right? Persons is in front of the house, is thinking about life, and they probably have a desire, right? Just they're looking for something,
yes.
Right? How many people are like that?
No, a lot of people, when you're thinking, and that's how ideas come. Always trying to think of, okay, how can I make it better? How can I improve? How can I?
If I just said 1,000 naira. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but look, it can just be a wishful thinking, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why we're insisting that we have a proper plan, because with a proper plan, all the different aspects of the plan leads you to see if that business, at least it helps manage your expectation, and also helps to understand if that business will be successful or not. You know, so it's important, because we all can think, we all can dream, but that dream will only be just a dream if we don't check it out to see if it will be successful or not. And I think a proper business plan will help with that.
Yeah, I think that's good. So we go from sitting in front of the house meditating with a hat on our head to actually going to get things moving. I've got another clip that I want to share with everybody today. All right, and this one basically is the importance of a business plan. Why Mr. Effie is bringing this to us today to like take action. Maybe we don't have funds just as yet, or or maybe not the connections just yet, but we're talking about a business plan because that should be the first step from what you're saying, right? And here's one of the reasons why. Check this out, guys.
Why? Why? Oh, that's why.
So reading through my business plan.
Why? Oh, that's why.
Yep, reading through my business plan. So as we're going through that journey, do you know what I mean? We're gonna, most likely what you're saying to us is that there's some things that we've written out, and our thoughts might evolve over time, right? Things that we might pick up on over time, and that business plan kind of gives us a nice foundation to work with.
Definitely. And it's always good to because sometimes you have an idea and maybe someone has already done it somewhere else. So you just see what they've done and improve on it.
You know, there's a man I met when I used to be in Brixton, and he became very entrepreneurial at some point. I met him on the road one time, and he said to me like this. He goes, "Robert, you know what? You know, there's businesses all around us." I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "But you see that thing that they're using to dig up the ground? Yeah. You see that machine there? Yeah. There are people who don't have it yet. There are people who don't have it yet, and you just need to find out why, and that's it. Bam, you've got a business and you're rocking." And I was like, "Oh gosh, he's right."
Yeah.
And so he got into all these different ventures, but he just kind of had that mindset of looking around to see where the gaps are. And he made it a thing to spot opportunities where everyone's going about their normal life, but he made it a thing to walk around spotting these little opportunities to do something maybe international, or to see something that is very difficult that they're doing, and to connect with someone who has a service or something over there. That's how we started to walk around. His eyes were different, and I think that's something that if we're gonna go into this way of thinking about business, we should change our eyes, right?
Yes, it's business. If you think about it, it's satisfying a need. We can't do everything. We can't just do everything. So we need someone else to help us. For example, you're here, maybe you need someone to help with your garden.
Yeah.
And you pay for that.
That's true.
You're entertaining us, teaching us now the radio program.
Yeah.
So we need.
Yeah. I need Cat.
Exactly.
I need Cat. I need Cat Lean, because for example, I'm like I'm doing signals. I do signals to her over the time, and she's like,
she gets it.
Yeah.
We all need each other, and when you find what you are good at, you do it well. People will want your service.
You know who's quite interesting in comedy? It's an assistant who was I think he was in Catford, Mr. Charm. I need to get one of his videos. He's become very active on social media, and he does these little comedy sketches of growing up as a Sierra Leone child. I'm his fan. But it's interesting that the talent was with him all the time. And now it seems like in 2024, we have more access to things to get ourselves out there, you know, to really market ourselves, right? In 2024, we've got a lot of resources.
Yes, the information now, I think this is the best time to really do things. But you need to be smart, you need to evolve, you need to get information, you know. Another thing about ideas, before you start, see why people failed if they had that idea, and see, okay, if this person failed, what can I do to change, to improve it, to improve my idea, or to make it work. So this is why, again, a plan is essential, you know, because it helps you to understand what it is that you need to succeed. And you may decide when you do your plan, look, this is not for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Or it will not be successful, because sometimes we cannot be stubborn. We have to
jump ship.
Exactly. If you know that, look, that would not work.
So there's a lot of self-reflection going here. The reason why, because you're talking about business to us, and especially when we're in the faith, we determine, we use this word, especially in our health center, we determine, right, that something will go a certain way, that it needs to be this way. But what you're saying to us is that we need to be ready to be flexible, right? Because even our business plan can help us to see that maybe we need to jump ship.
We have to listen to the people. That's what the market research will do. You know what, help you understand what the need is, and how your service or product can satisfy that need. So it helps to understand if there's a demand for it, you know.
All right, guys, so look, we've got something very interesting here. We've got our morning coffee question for today, all right? So we've looked at a few videos. We're getting into this. I hope you're all waking up. Now you got the sleep out of your eyes, you brushed your teeth, whatever you're doing now. Now we're going to kind of like get you to think about, because we want to hear from you guys in our morning coffee question for today. I'm really excited about this one. I told Mr. Effie already. Mr. Effie gave me that look of, are we really doing this? So we want to hear what you have to say, all right? We want to know your thoughts. Kat, what's the morning coffee question for today?
The morning coffee question for today is, do you think a great idea or a great plan is more important for business success, and why? All
right, guys, so there you go. Do you think a great idea or a great plan is more important for business success, and why? Which one is more important for business success? And let us know the reason why. All right, guys. So let's get this show on the road. The MTQ is now sent, and guess who's joined us in the studio this morning? It's the one and only Miss Sunshine. And so, hello, madam. How are you doing, Superpower?
Yeah, I'm good. Just had to wrestle to get here.
Absolutely.
I'm just helping somebody as well. They wanted to speak to Pastor Gabriel, so I would have been here maybe a little bit sooner, even though I'm still late. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
There you go. All right, Mr. Effie, this lady here, her brain has been completely overworking to ask you some questions at you today. So you're really against the wall today, Mr. Effie.
Well, just like one or two, but now I'll listen to what you got to say, because like when you were on last time, you had made some really good points. So yeah.
All right.
Looking forward.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. So look, we're going to go into it now. We're going to be just to see some responses from the morning coffee question this morning. We had a response here from Annabelle, actually, and she sent us a nice message. We always love hearing from Annabelle in the morning, and she said something quite interesting here. Let's have a look, see what she has to say. She actually sent in her executive summary, which is good. We forwarded it to Mr. Effie, all right, to have a look at. So let's listen to what Annabelle Newcastle has to say.
Hello, hello, hello. Buenos dias, the breakfast show. Morning, guys. How you doing? It's Annabelle from Newcastle. I hope everyone is okay. Looking forward for the program of today because we are here to learn. I did my homework and I will love Mr. Effie to help me with that because I know there are so many things that I need to improve. There are so many things that they're still missing, but I'm going to send you the document. Have a lovely, wonderful day and I will be listening to the program. Bye.
That's how we roll. Well done, Annabelle. Thank you so much for that. That energy, that sunshine.
Yes.
I could see your face light up when you heard her message, Mr. Effie.
Yes. And I started reading her executive summary, and I got excited. Yes.
This is good. This is good. This is so good. I'm really happy.
Yes, I got excited. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. So look, guys, send in your executive summary. Look, do your homework in. We'll see if maybe we want to get some feedback, but I'm glad you're looking into it. We've got Miss Effie here, right here. Yes or no, Debs?
Yeah. I'm eager to learn and to get into it.
Absolutely. And that's what the Breakfast Show is about. All right, guys, we did pose a question this just before the timeout. What was the question, Kat? The MCQ.
The MCQ was, do you think a great idea or a great plan is more important for business success and why?
All right. So do you think a great idea or a great plan is more important for business success and why? So, and the thing is, it can go any which way because you could spend so much time on a plan that you don't take action. And you can have an idea and that idea causes you to just get moving without doing a plan, So it could be a two-edged sword. We want to know what your thoughts are. I think I'm more the spontaneous type, right?
I think I am as well.
I think I'm more the idea type. I think that would normally, obviously, an idea would come first, and then you plan on it, isn't it? But I think the idea, and I think I'm someone that, when you start, I prefer to start punching, because if I start thinking it, I start to go into all the details and knots and crannies, and that could drag out too long. But I would like to hear your thoughts on that first, actually. Yeah,
no, it's true because I'm a person like. If you give me an idea, I'll come up with several, and they'll be like they'll be good ideas, I think. But like what you said, sometimes you get caught up in the details.
When it comes to planning.
Yeah, and then you have to do this, and then how many staff you're gonna have, and we're gonna do this, and I'm a person like yourself. I'll just have the idea and I'll be like moving with it, but sometimes a little bit of fear can get in the way because that there's so much things that you've got to put into place. And like what you were saying, I think before, like you can have a great plan, but is there a need for it? Is there demand for it? And you don't want to get a great idea. Yeah. If you have a great idea, but then you think to yourself, like, how you're going to market this thing. Are people going to want it? So that comes in the planning. Yeah, well, that's so. Which one do you think is more important, the plan or the idea? I think sometimes. I think actually, the planning is more important. Okay. But where my mindset is that I've got an idea and I want to go with it. That's the thing. Yeah. We have a comment here from Prince in Manchester, and Prince says, a great plan because the idea may be great and might tackle some issues, but if the plan isn't thought through, it will end up missing out on more income. Knowing that a great plan will last you longer. That's true, because my thing was just to get started. An idea prompts a start, and for me that's the thing. And then the others is like plan. With me, I think a plan, if I plan too much, I'm too intricate. I'm very I would say I'm too. Sometimes I could be too logical. So I need to get all the pieces just right, which is good. But if I'm not careful, it can just drag on. But so I need to. Because sometimes you can have the simplest of plan, simplest idea, just a simple idea. But once the plan is really good, You know, you can have like, you know, when you have like a business.
No, but which
and then
do you prefer? Which do you think is more important, the plan or the idea?
The plan is definitely more important, but then my mindset.
You can't jump on what's on.
No, yeah, but I'm just thinking, you know, like your heart and your mind are saying two different things. Like, because I'm an eager beaver, I'll be like, yeah, let's get into it. But then I know that I've got to take my time, because if I don't,
so which one is more important?
I said the plan is more important.
The plan is more important.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm an
For
eager
success.
beaver. That's it. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm an eager beaver. But
Okay.
the plan. I know logically, the plan is more important. That's what I'm trying to say.
For success.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Good. All right. We want to say good morning to our listeners here. All right. We finally got there.
No, but you know where I'm.
Absolutely. Miss Effie, Kat, what are your thoughts actually? Because Kat usually, she sits there, you know, but her mind is like tinkering away at these things. For you, what are you, I mean, it might you have something to do your personality type as well. It's quite an open question. What do you think is more important? And having the idea for success or the plan for success?
I think it's better to plan, because I've had a lot of great ideas.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to planning, that's when it like kind of stops someone, because they can't like put that extra effort to plan something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they get started and without, so they just okay. So they just run with the idea.
Yeah.
But the plan gives longevity.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we've used a video like this before, right? Where someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, this, and this in the future," and then there's another person asking you, "Oh, what about this? How do you do this?"
Yeah.
And then the person's like stuck.
Yeah.
So this is better to plan than to like have a great idea.
Okay.
Because there's been many great ideas, but
Okay, that's good. All right. What about your thoughts, Mr. Effie? Drop it.
Well, I'm more like you in the sense of being spontaneous, and people who are close to me, they know that. However, I've come to learn the hard way that being spontaneous without a plan, just you end up spending more time.
It's like what? Yeah,
you end up suffering a lot because you learn the hard way. So I'm learning now to be patient. I have to hold myself. Say, look, take it easy. I'm not like I want it today. You know what I mean? I think about it. I want it now. But you know, also that's where it's important to get going. I think what you're saying about an idea, I think we have to put it in we have to differentiate just an idea without doing anything. That is cheap.
Yeah.
That is cheap. Anyone can have an idea. You know, anyone can think about anything.
Yeah.
But I think what you're saying is the idea that is
initiation.
Exactly. That we are ready to initiate that idea. That's who we are from the way you've spoken. That's what I am. I have an idea. I think it's going to work. I'm not scared to take the plunge. However, I've learned from experience that without being patient,
you could trip.
I could trip. And I've tripped many times. And you have to go back and learn the hard way. So it just shows that you cannot circumvent the process. And when you try to circumvent the process, it's you end up suffering. You know, as I think I mentioned last time that there's a gentleman, you know, who is a very famous brand specialist, and he was saying that you need to fill 5 buckets in sequence. You know, the 5 buckets are knowledge. You have to have the knowledge. You know, the knowledge, the skill is implementing the knowledge. Then once you have the skill to implement the knowledge, your network increases. You know, because you increase your network, and also because of your skill, it also increases, and you deliberately increase. And when your network increases, your resource as well, you get funding. You know what I mean? You get funding, and you keep your reputation. Then you just keep on going. So if you think about it, you cannot say, because if you don't have the knowledge, you start.
I hear that.
That's a problem. So it's important to know what we are doing. And today I may be spontaneous, but I can get someone who could help me. Say, look,
what do you think?
What do you think?
Okay.
That's where you have data analysts, you have research, you have I'm very much of getting people to do what they do best. That's me. I like to use people for what they do best. I don't try to go into areas I don't really know.
That's true.
Because I know I will trip,
Yeah.
So it's always better. It shows that that's a service as well.
That is.
Your service could be helping someone to get data for their business. And there are companies who just do that.
That's true.
Yes, they help you to understand your competition, your market. And for me, I like to use experts for different areas. So you have an idea.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Well, not too long.
I mean, not too long.
Yeah.
But it's like the proverbs that says, make haste with caution.
I love that.
So you make haste with caution and you don't circumvent the process. So make sure, don't just take the plunge.
Yeah.
The next step, always follow the steps.
Yeah.
Don't circumvent those steps. And if you follow the steps, you will be better informed and you mitigate your risk as well. You don't just, you manage your expectation.
I love that. That's really, really powerful. And I think everyone can take something from that. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I think, and I think also it's to do with, like we said, idea and initiation, right? So it's like turning the key. You don't know where you're going, right? You haven't put everything in the sat nav yet. The sat nav haven't given you the journey yet. That's the plan, right? But just to turn the key, and I think put that sat nav in there first, so you know which direction to go in is a really important way to start. All right, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for bringing in your take on that. That was a morning coffee question for today. What is the most important for success? Is it the idea or the business plan? Mr. Effie says that plan is important, even though you can be a person that wants to run with the idea just to avoid crashing at some point later. All right, guys, so look, we're keeping it going now. This is your breakfast show, and I've actually got a social shock that I want to show everybody this morning. I really like it. Firstly, I just want to let you know that McDonald's got me. I'm here doing the program. My mind was just like here. All of a sudden now I'm thinking about using my McDonald's points to buy like a special McNugget burger or something. Let's get myself some nuggets. Look what they did, man. Look what they did. Right here, look at that. McCrispy.
You know it doesn't really look like that in real life.
I know, but they got me.
They make it look
and
nice.
they've got you
to show everybody else. Wow. Look at it.
See how it works.
You see how it works. I was just literally checking something that could, to link with what we're talking about today, and Cheesy McCrispy, they got me.
So that's a good advert.
That was a brilliant advert.
Did you see the new Jaguar advert?
Oh, father, that put me off. I'm sorry, that was crazy.
But it got everyone talking about it.
They did.
So they got what they wanted, isn't it?
They did. That's so true.
That's the idea.
That's the idea.
Yeah, good or bad, it gets awareness, doesn't it?
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And they got the awareness because they're changing their brand.
Yeah.
And they're only launching the car in, is it 2029?
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's not even now.
But you know the biggest challenge is that the people who buy Jaguar from the time of, obviously, those who deal with Jaguar, a particular age demographic, they're a particular type of masculine man, generally speaking, so it's like it's a big risk. Everyone's talking about Jaguar, it's back in the limelight, but will it affect their actual customer base? That's
they've got everyone talking.
They've got everybody talking.
It was on BBC Radio 4.
Oh my god!
So you can imagine the free
advertising. Jaguar's back in the
just like McDonald's got you this morning, and you're telling all of us about it.
And then we're sitting here. The person who printed this doesn't even know. Look what they did.
I mean, that don't impress me though.
Yeah, of course, you're not the target audience. I'm the one with the McDonald's parasites in me. Like I triggered to look in this.
So the Jaguar, you can see that's an idea, and that's a plan. It's a strategy. It didn't just happen. If you think about it, they advertise the car without a car. And they just advertise people.
Yeah.
And what happened? People found it very strange. I think it's one of the first advert where you're advertising a car without a car.
Yeah.
Wow. And what they did is to get everyone talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're all talking about Jaguar. Jaguar was behind forgotten, but we don't know if it will be successful. But at least the plan
is to get people talking.
Successful.
They got us. They really did got us.
I think they probably built up like a curiosity, isn't it, about the product, because people think like, let's find out what this is about. So once there's a curiosity, people always want to be in the know about something. And especially with this one, I think they've built up some kind of, that kind of curiosity, like, let's find out what's this about. And therefore that's leading to the conversations. Yeah,
that's good. I mean, so that's marketing, right? They obviously planned, organized that, and there's a lot of positive, negative conversations, but they've been spoken about.
Exactly, that's the aim.
And you know what? Just hearing what you were saying, Mr. Effie and you, Debs, that they've brought it to a new market. Yeah, right. Social media brought it to a new market of young people who probably didn't even think about Jaguar before. That's a crazy strategy.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, as I said, I think the launch is even maybe in 2026 or 2029, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not even now.
For the future.
So already they are preparing us.
Wow, this is amazing. And you know what? Amazing marketing. I've got something to show you guys. All right, this one's from DHL. DHL doing their marketing, being like Jaguar, very clever, using their opponents. Check this out.
This might just be the most savage marketing strategy ever. DHL printed DHL is faster on giant boxes, wrapped them in thermoactive foil, and cooled them down. Then they mailed them, wait for it, through competitors like FedEx and UPS. The catch? As the boxes warmed up, the foil disappeared, revealing the message. Suddenly, FedEx and UPS employees were roaming the streets promoting DHL. One competitor even tried covering the message with tape, but it didn't really work. Genius move or crossing the line? Would you fall for it? I think...
Wow. This is... What do you think of that, Mr. Effie?
Wow, that's ingenious, I tell you.
I think that was brilliant.
Yeah,
right?
It's a little bit crafty, but but you know what? It gets out there. Yeah.
So I mean, so and this only comes by planning. And Mr. Effie is going to be showing us going more into planning and getting funding for your idea very, very shortly. Hey, just a quick interruption. I know you're enjoying the show, but don't forget, if you haven't already, robustly smash the like and subscribe button. Do it now. I just want to illustrate this through a video, right? Well, we're saying that actually I'm going to do this next one, Kat, with the lady crying. We're not saying that everybody has to do a business, are we, Mr. Effie? Are we saying that?
No, you have to be ready you have to make sure that it's for you. It's not for everybody. Business is not for everybody, but you have to be ready for it, because it has some qualities that you may not have, and maybe your strength is in other areas, and it's fine.
I love that. And I've got an example of that, actually. We've got a very short meme coming up here, and maybe you're a teacher and you're in the right place. Check this out.
Of course. Thank you for being so classy and taking this so well.
Okay. Did you get that? So maybe your teacher is good at dealing with that challenging child. You know what I mean? It's you're called for it, but then again, you might want to do a business or something entrepreneurial on the side. You know what I mean? Or start up a nice side hustle. The opportunities are endless, Mr. Effie, right?
Opportunities are endless. We all have talents, and we need to know how to use. I believe that our Creator, God, has put us here for a purpose. And I think also, because we live in a falling world, many of us do not achieve our purpose. We don't achieve our full potential. I really believe that. And so we all have a talent. And I think we all are here for each other. to be able to form a sustainable community and to live together. So everyone has the part to play. So we need to find our strength in order to fulfill that purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
We need to find our strength in order to fulfill that purpose. That means we're really on a journey, isn't it, Debs? Because sometimes we look so much outwardly to see what everyone else is saying out there, but sometimes we need to take time to reflect on ourselves.
I think so. Just like what Assistant Effie was saying, we need to know like what our strengths are. What are we good at? Because it is easy for somebody to say, okay, you be good in this field, you be good in that field, but what is it that's been put inside you? Like what you said, God gives us, different skills, different talents, but are we tapping into it? That's the thing. He didn't just form us so that we could just be here idle, like what you said, and we're supposed to complement each other, like as you said, as a community, we're here for one another. But I believe that, when we were formed in our mum's womb, he said, I'm going to give Deborah these talents, I'm going to give Effie these talents. This is what I want him to do, to enhance the kingdom as well.
And that's where the service comes in, about the rule of the kingdom. It's basically giving. So service is giving.
Yes.
And when you serve and you give, then someone compensates you for that. That's what business is about. As you serve, you are giving. So we are there to give each other. And it's trade by barter. So we need to remind ourselves, how did money evolve? Money evolved by trade by barter. It's exactly giving. So you need painting. Someone says, okay, I can do your painting, but I need a goat, for example. You know what I mean? Or I need farming tools, then somebody else has
seeds, maybe
seeds. For example. So let's look at how money evolved. It came with the principle of giving, satisfying someone else's need, and someone else satisfying your need. That's the foundation of money. That's the beginning of finance. So if we now remind ourselves, it hasn't changed. It's just that now, to make it easier, we have money, we have notes.
More options.
Notes to give you more options. So we need to now say, okay, what do I have to give and what do I need? So what you need is, because you can't have everything. It has always been like that. So what you need is someone else's business. And what you give is your business or your service or your product.
Wow, I love that. And what does the other person have to offer me? And then we make the exchange.
You make the exchange.
And I think we're coming down to where what we're taught in education can kind of limit our thinking. Going back to what you said and what you echoed when Mr. F is saying about knowing what your purpose is, because the education system is important. I'm not saying it teaches us some basics, but I have a graphic here that I want to show you guys, that sometimes this mindset, instead of looking at what I can present or what I can give in terms of what has been gifted me by God, where we could sometimes think very narrowly. Put it on the big screen, please. All right, and look at this. So education system, for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. Now who's gonna win?
the monkey.
Who doesn't have a chance? Right?
The fish.
Right?
Definitely don't.
But guess what? If the monkey needs to get to the other side of the river, guess who's gonna call? The elephant. Or if he wants to pick something that's on an island that's across in the middle of the, you're gonna send the fish, right? Everybody has the penguin. There's something called, I want an ice pole. Right, the monkey ain't going to the cold, right? Or you know what I mean. But the penguin is talented naturally, innately for that purpose, to be in the cold, to do whatever needs to be done. So sometimes like we're having all these ideas and maybe people are listening and their mind is like, this is too big for me, this is too much for me. But what it comes down to is you have something to give. We may have had different educational thoughts being brought to us that may be narrowing our thinking, but I think the importance of God being in the picture is it takes us back to our center point, our personal purpose of what we have to offer the world.
Exactly. When you think about it, giving is the principle for happiness, and we're talking about funding now. So it means that there are people out there who are ready to give for a good idea.
Okay.
There are people, there's money out there. I was in an event on last Thursday, and someone was saying it's easier to get 500 million than to get 5 million. In the financial world, it is. Because you have less people who are able to qualify for that sort of ticket.
Okay.
And you have people that they will not give less than a certain amount.
Really?
Yes.
That's what's happening in Amazon. Because like you have the same product, and you see it really cheap, but then you see this expensive version, I'm like,
really?
But there are people who want the more expensive.
Yes. So there are people who, those are called ostentatious goods. So they are priced in terms of, if it goes below a certain amount, you think, it's not really
good.
It's not really good.
Yeah.
So we have to think of it like this. What do I have to give? Because for everything you have to give, somebody wants to provide as well for your own need. So like the business plan now, you have a service to provide. Somebody says, wow, or you have an idea. Someone is ready to give you funding for that idea because that's what they do.
Beautiful.
So that's why you need to make that idea as clear as possible so that they can understand it and believe in it, and they will give, because there's so much money looking for good ideas.
Wow. I think we can forget that.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that you mention that, because many people are wondering how. Maybe it's a financial gap for them to reach out and produce what they want. But you saying that actually opens up our mind to understand that it really just does start with an idea.
It starts with an idea. It's like the parable of the talent. If you think about the parable of the talent, I think one got 5, one got
10, I think.
5, 2, and 1, for example. I don't remember exactly, but the parable of the talent, the one who got 5 multiplied, the one who got 2, the one who got 1 did nothing.
Did nothing.
Because he was scared. He was not ready to give.
Wow.
He was not ready to give. So we should stop looking at money, because I think we have to remind ourselves that money, it's not paper, because sometimes we think of money as we think of it in the numerical sense of how much do I have, how much do I need. But instead think of, what can I give society?
Okay.
When you think of it like that, how can I add value to society? What can I give? How can I serve?
How can I help?
And society will recognize you, will reward that service.
Wow.
So that is where now we are now saying, okay, you have a plan, you have an idea. So how do we now get started? How do you start? So it now comes to, last time we did prepare your business plan for funding. So you follow the steps.
Okay.
So this is just preparation before the business plan. So for example, conduct market research. We did this last month. Define your business idea. Outline your business model. Develop your business plan. So we are on the fourth one now, to develop your business plan. That's where we touched on the executive summary to briefly describe your business, its mission, and the product or services offered. So the executive summary is a summary of the product, funding, the mission, and the services offered, and your financial need. Just a summary. That's the executive summary. So it's a snapshot, really, and make it concise. So it should be mission, funding, service or product, financial need.
And financial need.
Yeah.
Cool.
So executive summary should be just a summary of a snapshot of a business. Then,
so when you say mission, it's like what you aim to achieve.
Yes, the mission statement.
Mission statement, yeah.
Yep. So, for example, I provide high quality, healthy cooking systems to help people to stay away from lifestyle illnesses and in better health for their life.
That's it.
Yep. Funding. So where we get the funds from?
No, the funding need, what you need.
Okay, how
because
much?
Don't forget you are doing this. So we need funding to get into. We've been in this location now. We want to go to a different location, for example, or we want to improve our product, whatever.
So funding need.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. And then service or product, or what the actual item is.
What the item is, which you mentioned already.
Yeah. Okay. And then obviously the financial and the financial. Wait. So mission, then funding is what you need. The funding after mission is how much is needed. Just to double check if I've got it right. So, because financial need is the last one, right?
Business, the mission, the key product or service, financial highlights.
Yeah.
So basically, you highlight the financials of the business.
Okay.
Then the funding needs.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So what you need. So it's just make it concise, simple. So you get someone excited, to say, wow. Like the Annabelle's one I started reading. Though I didn't see everything, I got excited because she's using old versus new. She's trying to do like it's had to do with textile.
Brilliant.
So already I got excited. Though I didn't see, I didn't finish reading because I just got it this morning. But already I got excited. I wanted to know more. But for Annabelle, she needs to make sure it includes the. So I think I started reading the mission statement. But I've not read yet. So it must include, if she's hearing, if she's not included it. So in that snapshot, she can't go into too much detail on just one area. So it must include her financial highlights, so where she is financially, basically, in the terms of the business, the product or service, and the funding need.
Okay.
So that's key, and it must be concise. It's a snapshot, so that will already create interest. So I started reading her mission statement. I already got interested, from the executive summary. But I didn't finish, so I don't know if it's so. Just for her benefit, she must make sure it includes this 4.
Okay.
And concise is the key. It cannot be too long.
Otherwise, people won't want to consider it. It's like even like a CV. If a CV is too long, because it's supposed to be no more than 2 pages. If it's any more than that, they might just disregard it. So like what you said, it has to be concise and it has to be clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Effie, so we're going into the business plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now is the business plan. So the first part is the executive summary. And the next it says company description. So you describe your company, the legal structure of your company, if it's a limited liability, if it's a partnership. So you just say who you really are in that aspect.
All right, and we went through this earlier on. We spoke about the different business, types of businesses, right? I just want to say once again, I love the whole idea of having a charity. It's still in my mind, literally. I always write that off. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a charity. Yeah, okay. But it's something that maybe you might be passionate about. If you want the link to that show when Mr. Effie spoke about it, just message us on the Breakfast Show WhatsApp line. We'll be happy to send it to you. All right.
So in that, when you explain the company structure, you need to explain the market need, the history of the business, you know, just the general aspect of the industry, like more or less.
Okay.
So you can say, today, so it's a limited liability company. We are there to cater for young people, streets, hoodies, for example, because we see that it's trendy, so you just give a brief description of the market need.
So a brief description of the market need, yeah.
Yes, and the nature of your business.
And the nature of my business. All right, cool. Beautiful. Yeah, I think this is important because a person reading it, if that's near the top, will be like I'm in or I'm out. Exactly. If a person hears that, I'm all about cutting energy or, about natural ways to get power running for people, the person would be like, I'm in, let's continue reading in more. So I can understand why these ones are more to the top. Yep.
So then the market analysis, coming to what you're saying, market analysis. So you analyze your industry and market size and growth potential.
Okay, so this is a whole heap of research. Yes.
Identify your target market, outline demographics, preferences, and behaviors.
Wow, this is a lot. It'd be good if you did like a course. You call this, everyone come to the Rainbow Field, we're going to do a course on this. Yeah, bring a notepad and pen. That would be great.
To be honest, I think what we need to do is to do our own research, and it will help. The good thing about it is making sure you do it yourself. Because as I said to you from experience, I just plunged into, but I know now that doing it that way, yes, it's good, it gets you started, but you will pay the price for not having the knowledge.
So every
you
time
will pay the price.
I feel scared every time you talk like that.
Yeah, it is.
You will definitely, and I've paid the price, and some price I'm still paying for not having certain knowledge or doing things. So it holds you back.
Okay.
And it's very frustrating because you get to a certain point where you think, I need this knowledge, and it's so frustrating. For me, it makes me almost sick because I don't like not to know. I'm a person who, when I don't know, I don't get into areas I'm not sure of.
Of course.
I don't pretend to get into areas I'm not sure of, because if you notice, a lot of bad service we get, people try to do what they don't really know.
That's true.
And that's the problem. And that comes to the 5 buckets we're talking about. Without knowledge, you can't be skillful without the knowledge.
It's true.
The knowledge comes first, then the skills. Then when the skills, you are skillful, you are doing your work, then your network increases. And you build on that network as well.
So from what I'm understanding from what you're saying is that with knowledge, you also get an idea of standards.
Yes.
Right? You have an idea of standards, you have an idea of performance in terms of that field that you're working in. And many times when people lack the knowledge, they go and engage. For example, I'll just use a common example like a barbershop. The person, I'm just using that as an example, and the person hasn't had time to train to get knowledge in this example, and they perform bad haircuts. In their mind, because they have no idea of a standard, they think they're doing a good job, but they're not getting feedback from the customers because they lack knowledge. I'm just using that as an example, but I get what you're saying.
No, imagine you're going to cut your hair. I remember once somebody who was learning cut my hair.
Father. Yeah. My older brother did that. It's hard.
It ended up looking like a dry grass. You know what I mean? So the person, so you can imagine.
Yeah.
So honestly, so what happened? He didn't have the knowledge. He tried to just
wing it. They tried to wing it.
Try to pretend to be skillful, but without the understanding.
And that
what happens? The reputation
goes dips.
Before it's even started.
Network becomes non-existent, and obviously he's not getting resources. Got paid once, but not getting paid again. Reputation's done. Wow, 5 buckets. Wow, that's strong. Yeah, I hear that actually, and you know what? I think it's really important because I've got a clip here that I want to show you. The lady on the left. It's a few seconds, Mr. Effie, just to kind of break it up a bit. Just how easy it is to get information, even on what Mr. Effie's speaking about today. Just to prove his point. Check this out.
So I want to start a business, and of course I took to Google, but I'm like, Google has a lot of information going on. I am confused. But one thing that I saw as far as a commonality is a business plan. So I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. I looked up how to write a business plan. Y'all, why is this so complicated? Like, I'm confused. So I was scrolling TikTok and I ran past this girl who has this easy business plan template. And when I tell you, everything was super easy to understand. Every section has a quick tip and it's a typable PDF. That is dope. It only took me 10 minutes to do, and I made this myself. You can get it from the link in my bio.
There you go. So, Debs, what do you think of that?
I mean, yeah, I understand what she's talking about. You know, when you go in and you're thinking, yeah, I'm ready to go. And then it's like, you got so much information and you think you don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin. But
templates?
Yeah, I think the template is good. And I'm not saying that she should follow it 100%, but then she needs to understand that. That gives her some kind of guide.
But what I'm saying, it just helps us to get started.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
it
what
does.
Mr. Effie was saying.
And it's easy. I don't know about when she said 10 minutes, I thought that's not real. But I mean,
like, instead of like finding your way around, there are things that templates that are available.
Yeah, and it's
like,
easier. Yeah, it's
like
easier.
Miss Effie was saying, that we can actually look for ourselves and get started.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's important to do it because you can even pay people to do your business plan. But when you are involved, when you do the research, when you use experts, you understand the data, you understand everything. It helps you manage your expectation because you have to make a business plan true to you, true to your idea. Because if not, it will just be as if you've not really done a business plan.
Yeah.
And that is dangerous as well. That is like not doing a business plan, just doing it for the sake
of doing it,
you know.
So, okay. So don't sidestep this one, guys.
Yeah.
We have to engage.
And try and be as realistic as you possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, when you go into a job and you make up things on your CV.
Yeah.
You know, and then after they call you out in the interview.
And like you've got experience where you don't have it.
Yeah.
You just got theory. Sometimes it's just theory experience, and they try to say they got practical experience.
You know, many good ideas like the Google Glass. It was not successful.
Yeah.
You know,
I was rooting for that.
Yes, you were expecting that would be like but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's very MySpace as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there are examples of failure.
Yeah,
but you know what? I think those examples left clues for people to do better. Yeah,
so people ended up
doing a better version of it. Yeah,
and even the companies, I'm sure they knew what to do, and they moved on and did better products.
Yeah,
beautiful. All right, so we're going into it now, guys, and we've gone through our executive summary. We've gone through company description. All right, location, history, explain the nature of your business and the market needs. The market needs that it meets. We talk about the market analysis, right? Analyzing your industry, the market size, and the growth potential. All right, identify your target market and outlining demographic preferences and behaviors. That's interesting.
Yeah. No, it's important because you see, if you look at it, like this, our country now, people are getting older.
Yeah.
Living longer, isn't it?
Living longer.
Living longer,
yes.
yeah.
They're living longer, sorry. Yeah. They're living longer.
Yeah.
So it means that there's a market for that industry. Now, if you notice, care businesses, they don't have enough carers.
Yeah.
It's one of the huge,
so you can find a market, find a need,
Find the need.
Need it, yeah.
You know?
Oh gosh, yes. Kat, if you now's a great opportunity to show the slides. Just to give us a quick recap on the points, executive summary. If you could just touch on the points very quickly, Mr. Effie. So the first one we looked at was the executive summary, right? Yep, so that's it on the screen, guys. All right, so Mr. Effie touched on the executive summary. After that, he touched on the company description. That's one, Cat. All right, and he broke it down for us. Then he went, and now we're going to be dealing with the subject of market analysis. All right, now tell us about that, Mr. Effie.
So you need to know analyze the industry you are going into. You need to know your market size. You need to know the growth potential. As I was giving an example about care now, we know, looking at demographics, for example, you will see that what does the demographics show you if you have correct data? It shows you the age, gender, race and ethnicity, income, education level, occupation, marital status, geographical location. So you can see, imagine you have a plan to go into care. and you have all these numbers, you know what the industry is doing, you know the need there already, then it's easier.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. There's a desire for it. There's a
You know, the success rate is going to be higher.
Exactly.
Potentially, yeah. Than you just saying, oh yeah, wouldn't it be nice to care for older people? But you know the figures. You know how many people, well, roughly in your area that may be using that service.
Or just imagine you open it up in a location where it's just mainly young people.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
They're all, for some reason there's this area where it's all 20-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna fail.
Yeah,
You get it wrong. Or going to sell something for black hair. Maybe it was successful in your neighborhood, and you go to somewhere in Moscow. I'm using extreme examples just for us to really understand how it can,
when it's just Europe, it'll be more European. It's not going to cater. Yeah.
If you really notice, companies like Starbucks, you can tell that they've done their research long before. So sometimes people even use them as a yardstick of an upcoming
idea.
Upcoming area.
Okay. Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Yes, people use it as a yardstick. When you see a Starbucks there, you think, no, watch this place in 5 years.
Yeah.
If you recall, do you recall the one we are here. I know some of you may not know the location where we are. We are in a Finsbury Park in the United Kingdom in London, which is an area that is changed over the years. It's an area within, not too far from where we are, that was really run down in a way. Now it's nice, the other. But if you notice, Starbucks was already there even before all that, but they knew the plan.
Yes. They're spooky. Yeah. What are they planning next?
So you will realize, that, even the church looks at the area.
Yeah.
If you notice. So it's important to make sure you get your demographics right of where your product, because you may have a good product, and that's why you see business plan is good. Because if you have a good product, but you get the right, you put it in the wrong location, you're in trouble. If you see the big McDonald's, for example, they always choose their location. You don't just see McDonald's anywhere. They choose the first class location. Then maybe you see what's the other chicken?
Not to say Morley's. KFC or Morley's?
Morley's.
Morley's.
See their location is a bit sub.
Yeah, that was scary because in Brixton, like where the estates are, you had a Morley's chicken shop in the estate. So that says a lot.
Yeah, that's their business model.
But you'll never see them in upper class areas.
Yeah. That's their business model. They know who they are
targeting.
That says a lot.
Target market,
So sometimes, when you're thinking about where to open shop, sometimes you just have to look who's there already.
What kind of clientele?
So, for example, a country where you have low birth rate, where people are struggling, maybe you will not want to start a business where you're dealing with babies.
So the market analysis already guarantees success or failure. Because that was I think it was the third reason why businesses fail.
It gives you, gives you, imagine if you do all this, it gives you an insight as to what it is you're expecting. And it will, so you can see why when you have a good business plan, someone will fund your plan.
Watching all this makes you feel like watching another episode of Dragon's Den. I love that show because they speak about all this and they shut down some really odd ideas, but you can see the spark in the contestants' eyes. They're like with the morning coffee question for today. They're passionate about their idea, but the dragons are looking at it like,
no.
Did you do this? How much is this? How much is that? What is that? What's been the test that you've done? And then sometimes people haven't had an answer, or they just throw something out there. They haven't done their due diligence, and they end up with no investors. So we have to be like our own. You're saying, look, just be your own Dragon's Den advocate. Once you know you have to. Now you know the criteria to look at.
And look, there are times where you really believe in an idea, and maybe most funders will not believe in your idea. It doesn't mean that your idea is not a good idea, because that has happened as well.
Yeah.
Where the idea became so successful. But still, you must. I think it's important to follow these steps so that you manage your expectation. You know, no, people would need this anyway. People may tell you no, they wouldn't. No, but you really believe. You have that instinct, that belief in you that no, it will be successful.
Yeah.
But we cannot excuse the process just because we have the instinct. I think we want to be lazy in that way. You know, I have that fault as well. I like to just be quick to do things because I want to see it now, you know. And really, you get in problems.
Yeah.
You know, there are things I'm dealing with now that if I don't better, you know, for example, I'm dealing with a company that I instructed to do software for us and spent a lot of money, but unfortunately, but that's because of lack of my knowledge and checking what they were going to do properly. And now I have problems. The goods are not delivered.
I think we all have a story like that. You know,
guess what they told me? You won't believe what they told me.
What did they tell you, Mr. Effie?
So you signed.
No. The good thing is that we have an agreement, and he refused to give us the coding for the work so that they can check it. Then he says that we should cancel that agreement and start a new one. Then he will give me the.
Wow! So they're trying to hold you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Crafty. So there's a reputation right there. That's the reputation.
So I'm considering my options. But you can imagine if I did my research, if I wouldn't go into that. You know, I would have done it properly, or had from the beginning. I would have had someone, because I don't understand it. I should have had someone who understood it. But I just went ahead because I wanted it, and now it's years. I'm telling you, still we're dealing with this. Something that should have taken maybe months.
I've got a picture here. So this is really key. I think what we'll do, we'll leave it at that for today, because you've gone into the market analysis. So everyone can kind of go away, can kind of digest these points. We will put them into, like we did before with the other points for you to look at. But I just want to show them something quite interesting. I know you're ready to fire, Mr. Effie, but I'm sure we can continue on the other part of 2025. But with all these points you've put out concerning the business plan, what you said before about the 5 buckets, that it kind of gels everything together as to why, and we've actually got it on the screen right there. So the 5 buckets: what you know, your knowledge, right? And once you've filled yourself with the knowledge, which you was rightfully given an example of right now, that pours into your skills and what to do, how to take action, and you get busy with that. 3, who you know, so your network, because you're busy working in a proper way, then guess what, you get blessed with resources. Most people are chasing the resources, so we try to circumvent this process, right? God is about process. We have to honor the process. You keep bringing that home to us, which is really important. 5 at the end will be what the world thinks of you, your reputation. And obviously this example, the guys hearing now, people are hearing now, this company, their reputation clearly is not good. So I think with this 5 buckets example, with these steps you've given us, let's not circumvent the process, as you were saying before. God is process.
Exactly. So I would like to finish by just saying, don't think of money as numbers. Don't think of money as what is social media portrays, like bling bling, jacuzzi. Think of money as giving, as service. Because what can I give to society? What service can I provide in the best way? How can I be best to give? Then society will reward you.
That's beautiful. It reminds me of that Bible passage where it talks about serving your masters as if you serve the Lord.
That's it.
Right. So when we serve the Lord, we serve God in the open, in the secret, in how we, in our demeanor, how we behave towards Him, and that affects our service. Whether we work with a spring in our step, whether we approach someone with a smile because we want to get paid, but because we want to transmit joy, gladness to them. Those are small details that we can look at.
Just thinking about the foundation of money. How did money evolve into money as we see it today? It started by trade by barter. That was
I love bartering.
That was giving, isn't it? Yeah. Give. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So we have to go back that if you want to be successful, think about what service or product you are giving, how to do well for society.
Yeah.
Because if you just look at the money, that's why King Solomon said, if you chase after money, it has wings, it will fly.
Yeah.
Because you are looking at what is not important. What's important is the giving.
Wow, thank you for that. All right, guys. So there you go. There's that. That's a note right there. I have everything that we've heard today, everything that we've learned today. I think this is the precipice of the intention, right? Whatever we're gonna do, we have the intention to give, to add. I don't see money. The money will come. Right, it will come. I know everyone needs to pay bills. Everyone, you look at your child there. You know what I mean? And they got the crumbs on their face. They need a uniform, and obviously that is important. But what Mr. Effie's sharing with us today is let's get our thoughts right. Yeah. If we really have this idea of like, hey Lord, what have you put inside of me that I can give in a very productive, in a very useful way to add value to people outside. And for sure, God will use your business or your talent to honor you financially, as well as giving a good reputation of the Lord Jesus Christ. So this has been great. Mr. Effie, you're awesome. Thank you.
No, thank God. It's God doing it for us. Yeah. We're all learning. I'm in the school, as I said to you, some of these things I'm in the middle of it at the moment, dealing with.
Absolutely.
No, but it's good that you're sharing.
Exactly. Not doing things, you will pay the price.
Yeah.
So it's better you
do your due diligence. Yeah.
The way you said, have a smile on your face. You're paying the price will come to find you. You think you escaped? You think you escaped? He'll come and find you. All right, Mr. Effie, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you with us on the show. We look forward to having you back it's going to be 2025. Wow.
Yeah. Can you feel it's just around the corner?
It was like yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're having a New Year's video yesterday. So.
Yeah, just the other day, so we're going to have to process that. Yeah, but that's it. God's still giving us life, breath of life, so let's use it.
Yeah.
We're going to get him over there.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
It happens to us all, doesn't it?
Yeah. Deb, thank you for being with us today. You're absolutely awesome.
Thank you so much. Just before we finish, Julie was just saying that she's valuing the golden nuggets and that we should be the salt. And Annabelle says, wow, all the knowledge that Mr. Effie shared with us is priceless. Thank you so much for this. And she said, does he have Instagram? So I think she wants to be able to contact you for any advice. Is there a way we can?
Not yet.
You're not on social media, are you, Mr. Effie?
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay, but don't worry. Watch this space.
Yeah, and any questions like so many of you asked questions, I was able to forward it to Mr. Effie. Breakfast Show WhatsApp line is there. All right. For you to connect with all our guests in the studio, and definitely got any questions, we'll definitely pass it on. And anything you require, for sure, I know Mr. Effie's there to bless and to serve and to add, for sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Dibs.
No, because you said thank you, but then I just wanted to throw that in. And
that's good. Yeah, but thank you for being with us today. Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're glorious.
God bless you.
Jesus alive. Lucas, over there in the corner. How you doing, mate? You all right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a good time today? Yeah. You stayed strong.
Yeah.
Well done, Lucas. All right, and Debs, Kat. I've been getting these two names mixed up all day today. I need to eat more walnuts for my brain. Kat, thank you for being an awesome lady of sound today. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning. Same Breakfast Show time, 7 a.m. Same Breakfast Show channel, libertyradio.co.uk. Any questions, any comments, how the show went? Let us know on the WhatsApp line. But other than that, God bless you all, and we see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Farewell. This one. Ciao.
Ciao.
Yes. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the program. We have a lot more episodes covering a lot more themes on The Breakfast Show. And guess what? Your experience can be even deeper and more interactive because we are live weekdays from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on libertyradio.co.uk. On that Liberty Radio platform, we have a whole host of other inspirational material. As well as that, we have our breakfast show in the mornings. Check it out. There's a live chat, there's a video feed, and you can get up to date on all the Breakfast Show antics and fun, vim, excitement, and all that kind of crazy stuff that we love to enjoy. This is Robbie here, Robust Presenter, and I hope to see you live and enjoy the next one.